Simonstown has much to offer, but one of the places that you should surely try to visit is the South African Navy Museum in the main street, St. George's Street, leading into Simonstown. Be prepared for a very realistic bomb scare in the bomb shelter. The South African Naval Museum was opened by the Chief of the Navy, Vice Admiral Simpson Anderson, on the 1st of April 1993.
Okay, first of all, guys, this building that we're standing in was built in 1816 by the British, and this building's got 4 large rooms, and it was used for the maintaining of those beautiful wooden ships with masts and sails and so on. So what you have here in this room, this used to be the sail loft. So the guys would pull in the sails from there where you can see the window. They would pull the sails in, and they'll open the sails, and then they can work here. This is the President Kruger. She sunk by accident. A fantastic ship, and a sad day in our history. 16 young sailors here died that morning. Minesweeper, it's made out of wood, and the metal is demagnetized because of the mines that's got magnets and so on and so on. Wait, fast! Many years ago, that everybody knew what it meant to say fast bait.
Fast bait.
Gives you the command in the engine room and then on the bridge. So we also have the Morse code. To do it because I'm standing this side, it's that's it, SOS. And then of course to add this way of communicating as well. It's going to be on.
That's
that other, you can see that one's got a red diamond. Right. So what basically that means is, in the Second World War, the South Africans, we all fell under the British those years. Okay, we fought under their flag. So what basically happened, you had 2 types of people. People that said, I will fight, and you can send me anywhere in the country. And those were the sweaters. They said, I swear I will fight them. Then you had the other guys that said, no, I will stay here, but I will fight, but for my country only. And those were the non-sweaters. So this is one of the 3 swords that was used for the signing of the peace of the Second World War, and it was handed over from the Japanese, and this is one of the swords. One of the 3. We are very, very lucky to have this.
direct hit bomb damage. Lieutenant Victor de Kock, most decorated sailor.
What does it count?
I'm not sure. I think this is every sea mile, I'm not sure. This is for officers, so he would have all his uniform in here and personal stuff, and then of course his wash basin and so on, and the pictures of course. Outer basin and a submarine basin.
Yes.
And then later on, South Africa built this
right.
basin here for the
That'd be
other
right,
ships.
I mean.
Later.
Yeah.
So, all right, first of all, this is our chapel. This chapel was built same time as the building, but it was in use 2 years later in 1819. Okay, so this line, this is what I've learned, is the blue tongue, which is royalty. Where that comes from is the very rich used to, the utensils was silver, and when they eat a lot of it, it turns the tongue bluish. And then that's our South African, the old South African naval flag with a green cross. Figureheads, that's all the ships was tradition as well. And one of the ships was the Flora. The Flora was later used as a prisoner ship to take prisoners from one place to another. So our outside wall of the harbour had this static torpedo launcher that would shoot the torpedoes from to protect. This is what we used to taxi people from ship to shore and shore to ship when you go to another harbour. See all my good stuff fight fires, because you must remember on board a ship you cannot call the fire brigade when you're at sea. And inside here we're taking this.
This was from the Cape to Rio.
Yes.
Good.
Into the harbour and so on. It doesn't matter. There you can see now they've been taken out by a tug, towed out, and then as soon as they away, let's say, I'm not sure what the length is, and then they have to row in, and then of course they get the winner gets what we call the cock of the fleet, but she went down, the cock of the fleet went down with the President Kruger. Shouldn't have been on board. So this cock of the fleet is used, or was used, when we had a tradition with regatta in the Navy, and then all the units and ships would compete with each other to see who's the fastest with rowing of the cutters, and that is the cock of the fleet. That was given to the winning unit or ship. You can see there, that's just the plan of how the collie float is built, and it was secret. It's unbelievable. So what this basically does is, if your ship went down, yeah, it's a very hard material with coir inside, and what the old mattresses was made of, you know, that old bear. So what this basically does, as soon as the ship goes down, this was then thrown overboard, and then the guys would sit inside. But this is not a very practical float, because first of all, you're supposed to be away from the elements like wind, sun, water. I mean, this is between you and the water. I mean, you and that's it. This floats. So the water was coming inside, and you're open to the elements. And guys that couldn't get placed inside, they were hanging from the side. Interesting, if you can have a look at it, that is a shark repellent pulse.
Really?
Now, nobody told the sharks about this because they were so attacked themselves. So yeah, the back.
You call it the Daphne class.
Daphne class,
Daphne
yes,
class.
French.
And very briefly, what did you say about it?
Okay, no, I said she had 8 torpedoes forward and then 4 at the back. And this
So
is
12 in total.
yes, and then this is the batteries they used on the Daphne class. This is one cell, this is one battery, and that's one battery. And interesting enough is, you would think that when you're in this, you don't have any communication to the people upstairs, you did. So that thing there with the two wheels, that was then plugged in, and then this was pumped. Your guys had to pump this, and then this gives oxygen to that guy. He also had communication with radio.
Through the same oxygen tube or what?
No. A different one, that
Separate
grey one. This was the oxygen. So what would happen here is, inside, I don't know if you can see, there's a little black round thingy. That was a telephone. So communication. So what he would do is, if he could hear what they're talking, and then he could just press his chin against that and then answer back. Even in a swimming pool with a mask, it normally fogs up.
Yeah.
So this also fogs up. So how do you normally with it? You just open it a little bit, and then the water will
Wash it
spit
out.
in it. So now in here you can't do that. You can't just spit on this. So there's a little tap. You open it. It was in your mouth. You open that tap. The water spits in your mouth, and then you would spit on the windows. Doctor sitting there, and this is the patient or the diver that they are decompression.
Approximately how long in the
It
compartment?
all depends of
The depth? What
how
is-
bad it
I
was.
see.
But it could one huge section, but it's in two pieces. Normally, if the power was on and this moves, and it feels like you're at sea, and there's sound, and you can press, there's buzzers and everything. So the kids love this section. So this waiting room was downstairs, and this is a waiting room for the cable car that went up to Signal Hill. It went from there and through here, between these two buildings, up the stanchion here, and there's quite a lot of these that goes right up to the mountain. If you are further up, you can see it. This was, for those years, it was made out of wood, but because of the... Right, so this is our research library that we have, for anyone can come and to do some research. They just need to book a time and a day, and then we will. So this is the only copy that we have, I'm sure, in the world. The first day covers of the Navy when we were 75 years old, signed by President Mandela.
Thank you very much for the tour.
What a privilege. Wat 'n voorreg.